No one is coming to save you. The year is ending, and for a moment, everything becomes quiet. No noise, no expectations, just you and the truth. This year didn't ask you who you wanted to be. It showed you who you really are when things got hard, when motivation disappeared, when no one was watching. Some days you pushed forward, other days you chose comfort. And that's not judgment, that's honesty. Because the end of the year is not about celebrating time past. It's about confronting time wasted. You don't need another year to try again. You need the courage to admit what you avoided, what you tolerated, and what you settled for. If nothing changes, the calendar will flip, but your life will stay the same. Pain you avoided this year will return as a regret next year, unless you face it now. Look back, not with shame, but with responsibility. Every excuse you kept, every standard you lowered, every moment you knew you could do more, but didn't. This year exposed your patterns. Next year will expose your discipline, because motivation fades, hope fades, but habits decide everything. You don't need a new year, you need a new standard. A standard that says, I will no longer negotiate with my potential. I will no longer wait to feel ready. I will no longer betray my future self for temporary comfort. No one is coming to save you, and that is your greatest advantage, because the moment you accept full responsibility, you regain full control. The version of you that survived this year deserves more than another year of excuses. It deserves growth. It deserves courage. It deserves action. 1 year from now, you will wish you started today. Or you'll be grateful that you did. Time will pass anyway. The only question is, will you grow or will you stay the same? This year is ending. Let the old version of you end with it. And when the new year begins, don't promise yourself comfort. Promise yourself honesty. Promise yourself discipline. Promise yourself change. Because becoming who you're meant to be starts now, not next year. And listen closely, because this part matters most. Change does not arrive with fireworks. It arrives quietly, the moment you decide to stop repeating yourself. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They fail because they tolerate a life they secretly hate. Comfort is expensive. It costs you your edge, your time, your future. This year asked you a simple question. How long will you delay the life you know you should be living? Every time you chose ease over effort, you trained yourself to stay small. But every time you chose discipline, even once, you proved you are capable of more. Understand this. Your mind will beg for comfort. Your past will try to pull you back. Your environment will resist your growth. That's normal. What's not normal is staying the same after you've become aware. Awareness is responsibility. You cannot unsee what you now understand. You cannot unknow the truth about your potential. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. There will never be one. Stop promising yourself one day. One day is a lie we tell ourselves to avoid discomfort today. Growth begins where excuses end. And discipline is choosing your future over your feelings. Small actions, done daily with no applause. That is how lives change, not overnight, but forever. A year from now, your results will introduce you before your words ever do. So decide, right now, who you will be when this year ends. Not who you hope to be, not who you talk about becoming, but but who you are willing to work for when no one is watching. This is not motivation. This is a decision, and decisions change everything. Before this year ends, sit with yourself. No phone, no noise, no excuses. Ask the question most people avoid. Am I proud of how I lived this year? Not of what you planned, not of what you said, but of what you did, consistently. Because your life right now is the result of standards you accepted, habits you repeated, and truths you avoided. And here's the hardest truth. No one forced you into this life. Every compromise, every delay, every time you chose comfort over growth, it was a choice. And that's not to shame you, that's to free you. Because the same power that created your past can create your future. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know, but don't forgive yourself for what you now understand and still ignore. This is the line, right here. The old cycle or a new direction. Most people will carry the same mindset into the next year and call it hope. You will not. You will move differently, speak differently, act differently. Not loudly, not dramatically, but consistently. You will stop waiting for motivation and start building discipline. You will stop explaining yourself and start proving yourself. You will stop negotiating with your potential and start respecting it. And when the year finally ends, you won't celebrate with noise. You'll celebrate with clarity. Because you'll know, deep down, that this time, something actually changed. The world doesn't need a louder you. It needs a stronger one. So let the year end. But don't let the lesson end with it. This is not the end. This is the beginning. At some point in life, you realize something important. No one is coming to give you permission to become who you're capable of being. You've been waiting. For confidence, for clarity, for the right moment. But life doesn't reward waiting. It rewards movement. You don't find purpose by thinking. You find it by acting. Even when you're unsure, even when you're afraid. The truth is, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And most of your habits were built when you weren't paying attention. Days passed, weeks disappeared, years slipped by. Not because you were lazy, but because you were distracted. Distracted by noise, by comparison, by comfort disguised as peace. But comfort is not peace. Peace is knowing you're becoming better than you were yesterday. You don't need to change everything at once. You just need to stop doing the one thing that keeps holding you back. One honest decision can redirect an entire life. And discipline. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect in action. It's choosing the hard thing today so your future becomes easier. You are not late. You are not behind. But you are responsible. Responsible for your mindset, your standards, your next move. Stop asking how long it will take. Ask who you need to become, because time will pass regardless. The question is simple. Will it pass with growth or with regret? Decide, and then move. Quietly, consistently, without applause. That's how real change happens. There will be moments when you don't recognize yourself anymore. Not because you failed, but because you've outgrown who you used to be. Feeling lost is often the sign that change is trying to happen. You're not confused. You're between versions of yourself. The old life no longer fits. The new life hasn't arrived yet. And that space, that uncomfortable space, is where most people quit. But growth lives there. Not in confidence, not in certainty, but in the decision to keep moving without guarantees. You won't always feel strong. You won't always feel motivated. But strength is built when you show up anyway. Stop measuring your life by how fast others are moving. Comparison steals clarity, and clarity is what you need right now. Go at your own pace, but never stop. Even slow progress is proof you refuse to give up. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next honest step. One step done with integrity is more powerful than 1,000 steps done with doubt. And one day, you'll look back and realize this was the moment everything quietly changed. Not because life became easier, but because you became stronger. So if you're tired, rest. But don't quit. You are closer than you think. This year didn't break you. It revealed you. Now decide, will next year be a repeat or a rebirth? The end of the year is not a finish line. It's a mirror. Look honestly, then choose differently. If nothing changes, nothing changes, and the calendar will not save you. You don't need a new year. You need a new standard. Stop carrying old excuses into a new year. They will only steal the future you claim to want. The pain you avoided this year will return as regret next year, unless you face it now. This year taught you who you are when no one is watching. Next year will reward who you choose to become. Your comfort zone took enough from you this year. Do not let it steal another. Motivation fades, habits remain. Discipline decides your destiny. The version of you that survived this year deserves a future built with courage, not fear. 1 year from now, you'll wish you started today, or you'll wish you had. Time will pass anyway. The only question is, will you grow or stay the same? You survived another year, but survival is not the goal. Becoming is. The year is ending. Your excuses should end with it. Look back, not to regret, but to remember what it cost you to stay the same. Growth doesn't start on January 1st. It starts the moment you stop lying to yourself. This year exposed your patterns. Next year will expose your discipline. The loudest lessons this year were taught in silence. Some losses this year were actually redirections. You don't need more time. You need more honesty. No one is coming. And that is your greatest advantage. Your future self is watching you right now. Act accordingly. End this year with self-respect. Begin the next with self-discipline. Another year passed. Did you change, or did you just age? If next year looks exactly like this one, it won't be bad luck. It will be a decision. This year ends tonight. The question is, does the old version of you end with it? Not every life-changing moment is loud. Some of the most important decisions happen in silence, when no one is watching, when there's no applause, when it's just you choosing what kind of life you want to live. You don't need to prove anything to the world. You need to prove something to yourself, that you can be trusted with your own potential. A strong life isn't built by chasing attention. It's built by honoring small promises made in private, waking up when it's hard, showing up when it's uncomfortable, walking away from what no longer aligns. This is what discipline looks like when no one is filming. Let go of the idea that success must look impressive. Real success looks peaceful. It looks aligned. It looks earned. Slow progress is not failure. It's sustainability. You don't need to rush. You need to remain consistent, because consistency compounds, quietly, relentlessly. One day, people will call it luck, but you'll know it was commitment. So build a life you don't need to escape from. A life where your mornings don't feel heavy. A life where your values match your actions. A life where your growth feels honest. This is not about becoming better than others.